I want to talk to you about reporting on sexual abuse. I understand that people are frightened to report, sometimes for years. They're afraid that people won't believe them. The police won't believe them. Their family won't believe them. Their family will disown them, ostracize them, reject them, hate them, kick them out. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you that doesn't happen. That does happen. All of that happens. Almost every time someone reports their sexual abuse, you have to be brave and report it anyway. If you don't report it, your abuser will go and rape, incest, molest someone else. Maybe lots of other people. Maybe hundreds. Maybe if someone had only had the courage to report your abuser, maybe you wouldn't have had to have gotten raped, incested, molested. People, especially who were incested by a pedophile, when I tell them your abuser will assault someone else, they will. Lots of times the incest survivor will say to me, no, I don't think he will. Or he's old now, or he's sick now. Or I think it was just me. I don't think he's going to do it to someone else. No. A pedophile has a 99.9% rate of recidivism. That means chance. Recidivism means he'll slip. He will do his behavior again. 99.9% chance that he will. 99.9% chance. And when I was a young counselor, working at clinics, building my own private practice, I worked at a clinic called Mountain Valley Counseling, which is a clinic for sex offenders that's still around. And it was, and probably still is, one of the best sex offender clinics in the world. My bosses were great. They wrote the book. They literally wrote the book. And what I learned there from running the sex offender groups was, see, in our sex offender groups, every time a new member came into the group, the old members had to go around the room and say what their offense was, and they weren't allowed to minimize it, or the other ones would jump their shit. Like if they said, well, I felt up my stepdaughter, but she was just my stepdaughter, and it was only over the shirt. The other guys would be on that guy just ripping him up. You don't say just my stepdaughter, and you don't say just on top of the shirt. You don't say just anything when you're a pedophile. And the other thing they had to say was if they would have stopped their behavior, if they had not been caught. And I worked there for a couple of years, a few years, while I was building my private practice. And not one group, not one guy said he would have stopped had he not gotten caught. Every single guy, every man, every time said he would not have stopped had he not gotten caught. So, will a pedophile stop? No, not unless you report them and they are caught. And will it wreck your life? Maybe. But isn't it kind of wrecking your life now? Someone posted this on a thread that I had started when I said something about I have to find a way to make women feel safe reporting. And they do after they work with me for a while, and they do this healing childhood trauma, guided visualization, this brief therapy technique that I developed for childhood trauma that does not re-traumatize the client. And believe me, there aren't many out there. Healing childhood trauma methods. So please go to my website store, look for my healing childhood trauma audio download. It's $4.49. It's so cheap. It explains the entire healing process, including the guided visualization, so you can actually start healing your childhood trauma. Once you feel strong enough, once your self-esteem is growing and your trauma is healing, you will feel safer reporting. You have to build a support system, because is your family going to hate you and ostracize you and damn you and criticize you and say that you're lying and that you made it up? Yes, they are. Yeah, they probably will. Yes, they probably will. If you were raped or molested by the neighbor, will the police believe you if you finally come out about it? Probably not. They'll make it really hard for you to report. If you call up Child Protective Services, and by the way, if you need help doing any of these things, contact me and I'll help you do it. But if you call up CPS, they'll say, well, we can't take a report on that because of some stupid reason that they'll say. And what you say to them is this. I learned this a long time ago as a young counselor. You say, okay, now what was your name again? I'm going to need your first and last name and your badge number so that when this pedophile molests another child and it comes back to me, I can say that I tried to report it to you, but you wouldn't take the report. So I'm not going to be the one to lose my license. You are going to lose your license. And then they're going to say, okay, I'll take the report. So you have to be brave. I know it's scary. I only had one rape, and it was when I was 12, and the boy was 16. And I didn't tell anybody until I was 30. And when I tried to tell my family, you know what they said? That was a long time ago. You need to get over that. One of them said, you need to talk to a counselor. Just like this. You need to talk to a counselor about that. That was somebody who really should have listened, who eventually did. But will your family hate you and ostracize you for bringing up something so ugly? Yes. But you have to do it to save other women and men from being raped and molested by this attacker. And also because it's a part of your healing process to stand in your courage and be strong and report and don't keep their secret. You're not dirty. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not responsible for them raping you. They are. Part of your healing is getting your power, getting your courage, and reporting it. Please call me if you need help. I would love to help you. I love you.